We need to think about depression and anxiety differently. If you're depressed, if you're anxious, you're not weak, you're not crazy, you're not in the main a machine with broken parts. You're a human being with unmet needs. My name's Johan Hari, and I wrote a book called Lost Connections: Why You're Depressed and How to Find Hope, which was a bestseller on 3 continents and praised by a really broad range of people, from the woman who ran mental health services for the whole of England to Oprah, from Elton John to Hillary Clinton, and my TED Talk on this subject, which you might have seen, has been viewed 20 million times. For a really long time, there were 2 mysteries that were hanging over me. The first is, I'm 43 years old, and every single year that I've been alive, depression and anxiety have increased in Britain, in the United States, and across the Western world. And I wanted to understand why. Why is this happening to us? Why is it that with each year that passes, more and more of us are finding it harder to get through the day? And I wanted to understand this because of a more personal mystery. When I was a teenager, I remember going to my doctor and explaining that I had this feeling like pain was kind of leaking out of me, and I didn't understand it. I was quite ashamed of it. And my doctor told me a story that I now realise was partly true but really oversimplified. My doctor said, well, it's just that there's something wrong with your brain, that's it. So for 13 years I took very powerful drugs. They helped me a little bit, but at the end of it I was still depressed. And I wanted to understand, well, what's really going on here? So I ended up going on this big journey all over the world to interview over 200 of the leading experts on depression and anxiety, and crucially, what causes them. Especially after the pandemic we've all just lived through, there is such a hunger to understand depression and anxiety in a more truthful and complex way, one that leads to actual enduring and lasting solutions. So I've been thrilled to make an app in which we help people to understand what might be making them feel so distressed. We go through a detailed set of exercises to help you to interpret the signals you're receiving. If you're depressed, if you're anxious, you're not weak, you're not crazy, you're not a machine with broken parts, you're a human being with unmet needs. And this is an app that will help you to identify those unmet needs and then begin to solve those problems in your life and in the world. You'll find 21 interactive sessions where you can explore what might be causing your depression and anxiety. You'll find exercises based on lessons from the best scientists in the world on this to explore what you can do about it. You'll find a toolkit, and crucially, you'll find a community of other people who are also exploring these issues together with you. We should not tolerate living in a society with this much pain and distress. Your pain makes sense, and your pain deserves to be listened to. What I hope this app does is begin the process of you hearing your pain and us hearing our pain. Download the app to get started.